We are looking at a Euro US dollar 30-minute chart, and I thought I'd pull up a 30-minute chart because I do use it from time to time as it it breaks down the 1 hour time frame a little bit more detail. And this example is kind of user friendly for what we're about to see. Here we have a level of resistance which becomes support in this uptrend. Then we have a double top, failure of the high. By the way, I'm mentioning these because these are all potential trade scenarios. Double top, failure high, rejection, reversal, declining pennant, one last effort up, and then it falls, rallies, consolidates. Then we start an up leg. This second leg of the up leg often is quite substantial. We retrace, and then we are rallying here off this retracement, and price comes up to the 127% extension, a point of potential exhaustion. Now you see this, how here our price is struggling somewhat at this level, and I just want to make this a little larger for you. Let's walk through this. So price rejects at this key level here, and often we'll see it come down to last level of resistance here. And once it breaks through this level of resistance and support, that will be important. And this trend line here. It consolidated into this economic report that we see here. This is all an economic report, so we have to ignore that. Now you see this rally coming on, and we've got a break of the trend line. Actually, both of these trend lines, but we've got a break of the trend line, and we've come back to the last level of support, which is here, kind of this area right here. That gives us a neckline. The right base level of support is nicely lower than the left, which makes this very weighty, and price will have to rally 60 pips to go and trade and close above this level. Now what we do is we will pull our Fibonacci tool from the high down to the low to help us to establish where potentially this right shoulder could form. Well, one area is, here's the tip, general tip area of the left shoulder. The difference between the 62% and the 79% retracement is about 10 pips. So I would say that somewhere price could turn here at this 32% retracement and go down, or price could come up to between the 62 and 79% retracement. Being the cheap fella that I am, I like to see it come deeper if possible. The nice thing now is that we're getting later in the day, and the later we get in the day and the higher this goes, the higher the probability of a bounce up here. So I'd be willing to see if flows can take it up. Right in here is about where I'd like to make my trade, somewhere around the 2600 area of the figure. Price bounces at the figure. Good place to make a trade here. We got to move all the way back up to the 79. So if we made a trade at 7600, price went as high as 09, so 9 pips through our entry. Now we need this level to hold. If this level breaks, then the trade is in trouble. The longer this holds, the more definitive this right shoulder becomes, and then we could have a nice move as a result. Again, you want to trade as price is rallying. You don't want to trade when price is turning. And when you see these black bars confirming your entry or confirming what you thought you knew was correct, you want to trade when the bullish candle is testing this high right here, because the market spends most of its time in consolidation. So if you trade when it's testing this high, there's a good chance you'll have your spread covered just on the bounce alone. Price comes up, it's dealing in this range now, and look how the trading has now moved below and is now dealing in this range here between 80 and 90. If that range holds, it's good for our trade. Now we need to see price move below 80. Look how it rejects at 80. Then it moves through, testing the 80 level. See how finite price action can be? And on the smaller time frames, you're going to see this very, very clearly when you're managing your trades. Entering at 2600, we already have first profit past 2580, and now we're just looking at taking more profit as price moves down. Consolidating at 80. We're consolidating here during the Asian session. Now price breaks out of its lower end of the consolidation. Comes back up, which I don't like. We need it to get below 60. There we go, below 60. And down, it bounces at the 127% extension of this upswing. Okay, up, down, testing the lows, works to get through the lows, bounces at 127% extension, falls, bounces at 162% extension. And defining the ranges. See how price trades in the range, and so forth.